This is Gerardo Del Real with Resource Stock Digest. Joining me today is the founder of Monumental Minerals, Mr. Max Sali, and the CEO of Monumental Minerals, Mr. Jamil Sater. Jamil, Max, how are you two today?
Doing
Great,
good,
thank you.
Gerardo. How are you?
I am well. Thank you so much. Jamil, let's start with you. You just entered into a definitive option agreement with Lithium Chile to acquire 50.01% of the Salar de Turi project in the Lithium Triangle in Chile. Lithium, obviously, the spot price continues to hit all-time highs, it seems like every month, despite Goldman Sachs' doom and gloom report a couple of months ago. That has quickly been disproven, and it seems like the demand part of the supply-demand equation is not going to reverse anytime soon. So with that being said, tell me a bit about this option agreement. You have to be excited to be in this Salar in Chile in the right commodity with this project.
Absolutely. So Turi, it's a great project for us. It's pretty much the entire Salar. The claims cover almost the entire Salar. And I should add also that in addition to the definitive agreement, we actually also have TSX approval. So this is done and done. It's going forward now. We have approval from everyone we need to. The project itself is it has more of a foundation built than Laguna Blanca, and by that I mean that there is community relations that have already been done by Lithium Chile, and there's also already drill permitting in process by Lithium Chile. So we expect actually to be drilling quite shortly, and we're already in discussions with drillers to move this forward in Q4.
That is very, very exciting. Max, I got to get to you because I know you have been working diligently with Jamil behind the scenes to get the Monumental portfolio in a robust position for this raging bull lithium market. We have a rare earth project we can get into in a bit as well that I want to ask Jamil about, but tell me about your thoughts working within the context of this lithium bull market and how excited you are to get this project under your belt.
Well, we always, the goal for Monumental is to always acquire more than one lithium project. We wanted to have a portfolio. We wanted to be in South America, in brine. And so the goal is to always have more than just Laguna Blanca. Now we have two very good projects. Both projects are now at the point where the next step is drilling along with Gemi. And so, we spent the last, I guess, almost year on Gemi trying to get it ready for drilling. And I think we're very close to that now. And then Jamil and I have spent the last 6 months with Laguna Blanca getting that ready. We have the samples that are very good, so that's essentially ready for drilling. And so is Turi. And so right now you have access to 3 projects under one roof that are drill ready in a, like you said, a raging bull market. And it's just shocking to see that every day the price of lithium keeps kind of moving up or holding in. When you compare it to all the other commodities, and I mean literally every other commodity, it is the only commodity that is at a high. It really hasn't come off. And just based on the supply demand factor, I don't think it is. I have tons of reports saying it's not. And, it's a very exciting time for us. Brine is the most economical form of lithium. And Chile has the best grades in the world for lithium. And so I'm proud to be working there. Obviously, with the Constitution getting voted against by the people of Chile, that bodes well for us. And it's a matter now of getting the drill rig turning. As Jamil and I say, it's the truth machine, and we're there. So the next few news releases, you will see that engagement of a drill rig. And I think we're both very excited. Jamil and I have worked extremely hard getting these 2 assets. They weren't easy, to say the least, but they're here, they're done, they're approved, and it's time to move forward. We have the cash in the bank to do that.
Before I get back with Jamil here on the merit of the portfolio, can you explain to everyone, Max, the market cap right now? We've seen companies that have made discoveries of significance go from a $7 to $10 million market cap to a $500 million market cap, within a 12 to 18 month space. It can happen that quickly when you have this kind of bull market that, as you mentioned, and I mentioned up top, continues to make new all-time highs nearly every single month. But can you speak a bit to that market cap?
Yeah, so we're sitting about $10 million market cap Canadian, and I buy as much as I can in the market when I'm allowed, because I see the market cap and I think, the reason why we haven't had the run like other lithiums is because we're simply not as advanced. We don't have drill results. What I like to compare it to, if you look at PMET, which I know you're a big fan of, in November of 2021, PMET was 20 cents, just where Monumental is now. Now it's over $6. It was over $7, but they've had continuous good results. It's the darling in the market. Actually, Jamil and our advisor Mark Saxon know their board fairly well too. And so, if we start putting out results, could we be that? Everyone says, could you be the next PMET? And I don't like to speculate, but I do. And I think that if we put out some results after results after results and bring in some big partners, you could easily see with our share structure, a few dollar stock. And that would be, even at a 38 million shares out, if you value us at $2 or $3, we're still substantially less than a lot of other lithium companies. Juniors.
Well said. Jamil, how are you feeling about the merits of the projects that are in the portfolio now and the commodity mix, right? You've diversified beautifully as far as jurisdiction goes. You've diversified as far as commodity goes. It is lithium heavy. That's a great thing, but you also have some quality rare earth exposure. How do you feel about the portfolio of projects?
I'm really excited about it. And every day when I'm a car guy, I like cars. Every day when I read about new vehicles that are coming out, you just hear about more and more EVs. So that's more and more cars that need lithium, more and more cars that need rare earths. So the more I hear about that, the more excited I am about the projects that we have. They are all good projects. They all have a lot of merit. And really, as Max said, they just need the drilling to move them forward, which is our primary goal in Q4 of this year and into Q1 of next year. In terms of Laguna Blanca, we have an expanded land package now. We've almost tripled our land package from 5,400 hectares to 14,800 hectares. We've looked at the brine quality, and we see that the amount of the amount of magnesium, the amount of calcium is very low. And this is really beneficial when you start to look at flow sheets and production and lithium recoveries. At Turi, again, like I said, we've got the foundation built for this project already. The geophysics looks great. The geochemistry looks great. And again, we just need to drill it. And that's the primary focus. I'm going to be down in Chile in a couple of weeks. I'll be talking to a driller that we would like to use to move that forward as fast as possible. And lastly, Jenny it's a wonderful project. I was there 2 weeks ago. We have 4 geos at site, and they are doing some very detailed mapping. They showed me some of the geology that they found, and even though we don't have any assay results back, I already see many places that I want to drill. In addition to that, we have an excellent community relations in Fort Jemmy, in and around the project. We're involved in the community and involved in community outreach. They had a massive flood in the nearest large community called Mooskies, and we donated food and to some of the hardest hit people, which also incidentally were the people that had the least to begin with. So we actually have a very good relationship, and we're excited about all of them. They're all excellent projects.
Max, you mentioned Mark Saxon, you mentioned Patriot Battery Metals. I happen to know that, Mark looked at that project prior to Patriot deciding to pivot into lithium. Everybody knows I'm biased with Patriot. I was in very early. It's my largest personal holding. But I say that to say that you've clearly surrounded yourself with a very, very intelligent technical team, including obviously Jamil and Mark, amongst others. Any final comments before I let you go here, Max?
Yeah, it's never one person that gets the job done. It's a team. Without the help of Cal Everett, we wouldn't have got Jamil. Without the help of some others, we wouldn't have got Laguna Blanca. And without Jamil, we wouldn't have got Turi. And so, you have the best team you surround yourself with, because you're only as good as the worst link. You're only as strong as the weakest link. And I think having the good team will make these assets move forward very quickly. We all have our specialties, and I think me and Jamil complement ourselves very well. Without Mark, I wouldn't have met Jamil. And so, yeah, it's just about building a team, because you can have the best assets in the world, but if you can't manage those assets, you're worthless.
You got the share structure, you got the projects, you got the people. Can't wait to see what Mother Nature left behind for you all to discover. Gentlemen, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gerardo.
Hey everybody, Gerardo Del Real here. If you're enjoying the content that you just saw, you can let us know in 3 simple steps. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and please share across your network and on social media. Take care, everybody.